I was very surprised. Um, I thought I was just sitting in for a social work department meeting, and then a bunch of people started coming in, and I was like, I think that's the chancellor. Is that who I think it is? I think that's the chancellor. And then he says, I'm looking for Naomi Elliott. And I raised my hand like I was taking attendance or presenting for attendance at school. So yeah, I was very surprised.
Naomi is one of our psychiatric social workers over in PRI and covers the adult inpatient units. She primarily works on the women's unit. They help with discharge planning for patients to try to get them back out into the community to live as normal of a life as they can.
A lot of my job is really trying to help patients narrow down what their goals are. Like, what are their goals for hospitalization? What are their goals for what do they want to look different when they leave the hospital? And then any way we can empower them to do those things.
Naomi has a really high standard that she wants to meet for herself. She cares deeply about her patients and will go above and beyond to help get them whatever it is that they need. She's also a fierce advocate, which is really a key factor in the social work field. Is we feel very strongly about advocating for our patients, and she does incredibly well with that.
So our goal is always to try to stabilize folks and try to get them to the least restrictive environment, which is usually home with outpatient providers or additional services. But the thing that I love about PRI is we're always welcoming people back when they need us, if they need us again. If this condition that is chronic, they might be stable for years. And then I've been here for years and I've seen some folks come back after a year or more absence, and we get to check in with them and kind of help them through that crisis point and get them back to their baseline and back to being more stable at home.
Naomi doesn't just accept the status quo. She is always going to challenge and advocate to make sure that she's getting the best scenario for her patients and also for, herself and her peers as far as advocating for yourself, which is something that social workers struggle with. She does a pretty good job with that.
I think it means that people are noticing. They notice when parts of the team are working hard and they appreciate that. And so it's sort of the difference between going home and feeling depleted, knowing you did your best, but just feeling really worn out, and versus going home feeling like you did your best and you're satisfied because you did your best for the patient and your coworkers and your colleagues saw that too.